Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining me now from the Fort Worth herd is David Mangold. David, thank you so much for being here. You're definitely a familiar face here around the stockyards, and it's really a pleasure to have you on this morning.
Thank you for having me. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah, so let's get started right into it. The herd and the cattle drive going down East Exchange, it's such an iconic part of the Fort Worth stockyards, and it drives, I know people come from all over the world just to come see that. So speak a little bit about that and what all y'all have to offer there.
Well, the Fort Worth herd celebrates a very rich heritage of the cattle drive era from the mid-1860s all the way up to the late 1890s and so on. The millions of head of longhorns that came through this part of Texas and into the Fort Worth area is basically what created the Fort Worth stockyards. They started building pens to hold the cattle on the cattle drives. What we do is we represent that time frame. We call ourselves drovers instead of cowboys because we were before the cowboy, and we represent the rich Texan and American history of the cattle drive era that did so much for the southern part of Texas and the entire state of Texas. We have a lot of different programs that we offer for different people, different groups. We have education programs that we do weekly, and we right now probably do close to 18,000 school kids a year. But that program would be open to just about anybody that would be interested in it. We have the capabilities. We can actually have 3 halter steers that do not go down the street, so they're more people friendly.
Right.
If you're having a convention or a family reunion or something and would like some Texas history, we'd be more than happy to bring our cattle to you. We can bring horses and drovers and all kinds of things.
What a neat experience it is. I know everybody lines the streets and they look forward to that, but you know, it takes some stuff from everybody else, and so y'all have a really neat program this Christmas season called Adopt a Steer, and that's what we have right here. And tell us a little bit about that and how people can get involved in helping with the herd.
Well, the Adopt a Steer program is a really interesting and nice idea to get somebody involved in our program. We are not city employees, so a lot of our stuff is private donation. The Adopt a Steer program came up where somebody can actually adopt one of our longhorn cattle, and they get a certificate and they can pick out the longhorn that they want to adopt. There's an array of different gifts that come with it. One of them is a really nice, you get a 5x7, I believe it is, framed picture of the longhorn steer that you adopt. We've had school groups that have done this. We've had fundraisers that have done this, and this is the perfect gift for somebody who has everything already.
Exactly.
But it also gives you an opportunity to be part of, and the donations go to help offset the feed costs and the hay costs and the veterinary expenses and things like that.
What a unique opportunity, and just like how you were talking earlier, y'all do have so many other programs and so many educational programs helping, educate those school-age kids. And I know I love, when I get to leave every day at lunch and there's just groves upon groves of kids, and it's just so nice to see. We are very privileged to grow up in this Western industry and, know about that, but it's really awesome to be able to share that with others.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's also somewhere around 1 million to 1.5 million people a year come to see the cattle drive. And I'd be willing to bet that 90% of them have never pet a horse, have never been within 10 feet of a cow or a steer or anything like that. So it's really interesting part of this job to be able to expand that historical knowledge with them and to see the look on their face of kind of an awe look on their face.
There's definitely always
very
excitement.
Much so.
Well, thank you, David,
Thank
so
you,
much
man.
for being on. We appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. Up next is Julia with the National Cutting Horse Association Foundation.